Hello and welcome to some of my friends read comics. We've got Chris.
If some idiot decides to mess with Cherry fucking Jerkins, it'll be the last mistake they ever make.
We've got Vince.
Cherry fucking Jerkins.
Wait, that was your quote?
Yeah.
Vince?
We really should collaborate on what we're going to say ahead of time.
I should have. I mean, I changed it up, but I really should have called on you first because Chris blew you out of the water. He had your quote in there plus more and a voice.
I know. I was trying to then maybe reiterate it, but it's been a minute since I've acted. So.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I thought it was Cherry Gherkin.
I thought it was Gherkins too, but he said Jerkins, and I didn't want to correct him in the middle sentence.
I see. That makes sense.
But it's like a gherkin, right? Isn't that how they spell is that like a gourd? I don't even know what like a pickle.
A gherkin, like a little pickle, right?
I don't know.
But a jerkin, I mean, she is the kind of lady who's jerking people around.
That's true.
She is a jerk.
It does make sense. Yeah, she's a big time jerk. We'll get into all that. Hello, welcome to the show. My name's Kia. I don't have a quote because I never have a quote, and I'm not responsible for a quote. Today we're reading a little indie comic called Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, written and drawn by Patrick Horvath. Written by Patrick Horvath. Letters by somebody else, but we never credit the letters.
We should.
The books do. We should.
Chris Eliopoulos, Vincent Goodwin. These are great letterers.
Great letters. Some of the best of all time. But it's amazing that they don't have computers to do that anymore.
Well, this one even has this one has narration on the yellow legal pads.
That's true.
And I was like, did this dude hand letter it for a while before the actual dialogue showed up? That's what I thought. I did think about the lettering.
It's possible.
There are lettering choices in this book.
But we'll talk about what that's all about. We're also starting a new long read today. We've decided to go back and read The Ultimate, which was the Ultimate Universe of the Avengers from, I didn't write down the year, 2002? Yeah, with Mark Millar and Brian Hitch. So we'll get into the first issue of that at the end here. But for now, let's jump into Beneath the Trees. It is what is the quick elevator pitch here? It's the busy world of Richard Scarry meets Dexter.
It is very Dexter.
It's very Dexter. Yeah, it's very accurate. You got a little town with a bunch of animal people, and one of them, maybe more of them, is a murderer. And let's just jump into it here. Actually, let's just say first, Chris, you had recommended this. You read it beforehand, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But Vince, you had never heard of this. I'd never heard of this.
I never even heard of this. Yeah. But yeah.
It was either nominated and won, I guess, the Harvey Award for Best Series. It's award winning. People really like it.
People love cute animals who are murdering people. Chris, I believe you also nominated. What was it? The one with the dogs that were all spooky by Evan Dorkin?
Beasts of Burden. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Yeah, spooky dogs. Evil animals, can't go wrong.
That one, they were actually dogs who were talking. This is these are people who are just animals.
Well, he meets other bears.
Yeah, because we see dogs and bears and other animals. They exist, but then they're anthropomorphic human animals.
It's a BoJack Horseman world.
Yes.
But there aren't humans. There's humans in BoJack Horseman. There's no humans here. Okay.
No.
So not fully.
Yeah, I don't think there's any humans. Yeah. Strange world. I'd like to explore the origins of it at some point.
A strange, scary world.
Scary
Richard
world.
Scary.
Yeah. So let's get into it though. Our main character is a bear. Her name is Samantha Strong. She runs the local hardware store. And the first issue was really just kind of her going around, getting to work, all that kind of stuff, meeting up with a lot of the locals as she goes about her day. We meet a lot of different folks here. We've got Martin the Goat Man. He's old, forgetful, losing his glasses. He's the librarian. We got Charlie, who's her assistant at the store. He's a mole. We got Birdie. He's a turtle. He's at the store buying supplies because he's making a big old float for the parade. It's the bicentennial. Is that what you call 200 years? Yep. You got Nigel the mouse, who's taking care of his mom, buying some stuff at the store. And, just very, very ho-hum, kind of like, oh, hey, how are you? In the small town kind of deal. And then at the end of his day, Sam goes out of town, maybe for the weekend or something, to the big city, because that's where Sam the bear likes to do her murdering, because she's a killer and she likes to kill, but she never does it in her small town because that would draw too much attention. She goes out to the big city. She's pretends to have some car trouble, gets a duck man to help her with some her car. She kills the duck, cuts him up into pieces, hides all this duck's body in paint cans. She buries the paint cans, and she heads back home.
The image of her chloroforming the duck is so funny.
It is.
It's just covering the bill on both sides with a cloth.
I really like the look of this duck also. There's something like the art in this whole thing is really good. But mammals are mammals. They all generally kind of look the same. But that duck stands out.
Well, and especially when it comes back like all fucked up and like quartered and cut in quarters and stuff, like with its brain, and it's like in like a Jordache tracksuit windbreaker. It's
a good windbreaker.
It's a good windbreaker.
Yeah.
It's it's a pretty standard first issue. It establishes the world really well. She goes back. Yeah. Sorry, you can continue, Kia.
I do like that the bears and the foxes like see her do this, and she's like, "Let's keep it to ourselves, huh?" But they're animals, so they will.
So she heads back home to her little small town. Nigel's mom, Lola, is Sam's oldest friend, the old lady mouse who is going senile. So the young son, Nigel, has moved back to the small town to take care of her. And Sam is out there at dinner with her, and they're, kind of talking and getting caught up and stuff. Then we get to the bicentennial parade. The floats are all coming through. Birdie the turtle made a big old boat. But then as it's coming through, the mast, is that what you call that big old thing? The mast, it rips down, and the old goat man, Martin, is dead. He's nailed up there. And Sam is like, hey, yeah, this is not good, because if someone goes looking for a murderer, they could lead back to me.
I really like this final page because it's got like the body. It says, wouldn't take much bad luck for an investigation to stumble into the wrong killer. Find out what this town's favorite brown bear is up to. And then the final wording, the final caption, I think is really cool because it says it's a problem, a major fucking problem. And this is the first, like we cursed at the beginning quoting this thing. This is the first time the book is cursed at all. Like it's been very pastoral despite like the murder. And it's very much like Dexter in that, especially in season 1, where it establishes like she's got a system. She does things by the book. She has her code, and then something's going to like upend her how she's going to be on the run and like on defense, and she's not going to like be like her like awesome self that's just been murdering people for decades. It's a really good setup. Like you have to have the setup of like the perfect world to then fuck it up, and I think this does a really good job of it.
Yeah, she doesn't have much of a like moral code though, because she did just kill a random person.
Has, like, unlike Dexter, like Dexter will like. It's weird how much I root for her to get away with this, given that she's not even like Dexter at least like murders bad guys who like the system let through. Like so you can be like, okay, well like he has this dark passenger, but like he puts it out in a good way, like. And it's not like
the dark passenger.
That's what he calls it. Like,
yeah.
The more I read this, the more I'm like, I should go back and watch fucking Dexter. And my TikTok's been all over. Like, I guess Dexter came back and like he fought Peter Dinklage and Uma Thurman and like a weird season. But I'm like, should I go back and watch Dexter? I know Dexter's probably not good.
As you say, Dexter, I think you're probably fine.
Yeah, Dexter came back twice because they did like the prequel thing when he was a kid, and then it came back with Dexter proper.
Well, they had the Dexter, and then they had like a 10 years later season a couple years ago, and then the prequel season, and now another Dexter came back season.
Oh, 3 times it's come back then. Shit.
Yeah.
I don't think Showtime's got much going on.
No.
But yeah, I'm kind of like, I do want to watch Dexter. I feel like I should. I feel like I should just read this animal murderer book, and that'll be my
Yeah.
Dexter fix.
Yeah,
That'll be good.
Hopefully that should scratch the itch, and you'll have saved like 12 hours at least of your life.
Yeah, this is scratching my Dark Passenger's need to do something cruel and stupid. It's a good first issue, though, Chris. I'm on.
It is.
Good
It's
pick.
solid. Yeah. Anything else to say about it before we go on to number 2?
I do on a second read through. There's a lot of clues right from the beginning. I think it's a well put together mystery because it establishes like the people that she's going to be investigating like right away. Because as we'll get into, it's not really a mystery. She solves it in like 2 issues.
I think the end of the 3rd issue of the 6 issues, like the audience knows who and Sam know who the real killer is. I believe is
yeah.
So it's not like framed like it's a huge mystery, but we're introduced to all the characters, and she's immediately going to go back and talk to most of them, the ones that aren't killed.
I think it establishes. I mean, I like that all the characters look different. We've talked about like different books where like, man, everybody looks the exact fucking same here. Like it's the turtle, it's the goat, it's the mole, the mouse. The mouse's older mom. Like I know who all these characters are. So. Even if I don't know their names, I know what they look like.
I had a really hard time with their names, to be honest. Even the main character, it was like, I know her name is Sam.
I called her. I thought she was a boy for a long time.
For a long time, like, because they don't mention her gender for a while, and she's not really drawn particularly femininely, I guess, for a humanoid bear person.
She's not like a sexy fox in Star Fox.
Right. She's just a regular old bear, and she works at the hardware store, so she dresses a little masculine,
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of times in my notes where I wrote down he, and I was like, wait, that's not right.
Yeah, and
if I say
Bob, and you said Bob the turtle, and I was like, that's not.
Did I say Bob? It's
Birdie. No, you did say Birdie. I did not know that was the turtle's name.
That's the turtle's name.
Okay,
we can just call him the turtle. It's fine. Or her. I don't know if the Birdie's a he or a she.
It may not matter. These animals may not fall against traditional human gender lines.
That's also true.
Western American gender lines.
Yeah.
I will also say Sam owning a hardware store does solve a lot of problems of her buying like a lot of like plastic wraps and like tools and plastic ties and chloroform. And shit.
All that stuff.
It's a real good cover for that. I don't know why she puts everything in paint buckets though. That was a weird choice. But that might just be one of her like weird like murderer kinks.
Yeah, like if somebody digs up a bunch of body parts, like but if somebody digs up a bunch of paint cans, it's equally weird, and you're gonna open those paint cans,
right?
Kind of the same. A little bit of a waste of time, but that's okay.
Maybe it fucks
it's how
up
she
the
likes to do
DNA
things.
of all the fur and stuff.
Oh, yeah, something like that. I don't know. Makes it hard for anyone to smell it under the ground, maybe.
Maybe.
Because all the cops are dogs.
Yeah, and the animals aren't going to dig it up because it's like stuck in. The book never explains this why it's all
no.
But I was wondering. It was like, but I was like, this may just be like a choice that this character is weird.
But let's keep going here. Issue number 2 starts with a big old town hall where the sheriff is there. Sheriff's a little hound dog, and there's a woman in the crowd. Cherry Jerkins. She's a real Karen. She's a pig lady, and she fucking sucks. She's accusing Birdie, saying, "Oh, Birdie should be behind bars already. We already know it was him. He, it was his float. How could he not know Martin was on there?"
I do love the trade that I got, which is IDW. It includes the covers between issues, which is like every trade should do this. I'm so mad when they don't. But I love the covers because it's her looking into a butcher shop and just seeing like a butchered pig and like a blank expression on her face.
It is a good cover.
It's really good. Like the first issue is okay because it's just like the kind of taking a body into the woods, but her looking at that butcher shop is a great one.
So Sam starts doing her own investigation about all this stuff. She goes to talk to Birdie the turtle, who's got a black eye. And he's like, I already told the cops everything, but I do remember something else. When I was making my float, Melody the cat was helping me. And I had a bunch of lavender that I was putting on the float. and she was allergic, she found out, to the lavender and was starting to sneeze like crazy. And so she left, and as she was leaving, he thought he heard another sneeze, and it was like, he kind of wrote it off as it was her, but it was like kind of weird, like maybe it was somebody else. So Sam is like, okay, maybe there's another killer who is also allergic to lavender. Uh, and Sam's got a black eye throughout all this also, and it's pretty obvious that Cherry Gherkins gave it to him. But Sam's not going to say anything about that. He goes back to his hardware store. It's been busy all day. Charlie, her mole assistant, has been there. Everybody's been buying security stuff for their homes because there's a killer in the town.
Gotta get the ring lights.
So she sees Cherry Gherkins pull in across the street at the coffee shop. So she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go get some coffee. You want any?" So she goes over there, and yeah, Cherry is just the worst. She is just like parked in the middle of the street, popping out there, cutting in front of line, demanding her latte, all that kind of stuff. And Sam comes in behind her and is talking like, "Oh, hey, I saw that terrible black eye that Birdie had. Whoa, sure was terrible, wouldn't it? Wasn't it? Who would do something like that? Somebody terrible and crazy." And Cherry just kind of explodes on her and like, "I don't have time for this bullshit." Pushes her over, gets out of there without paying for her latte. Terrible.
I do like that there's a frog next to her in line, and you think they might be together, but they're not. We find out later she's married to an owl man.
She's married to an owl man. She's married to Sam Eagle. No, it's not. That's an eagle, not an owl. Never mind. Yeah, I do like that little. I didn't really notice that frog guy too much. He didn't really say anything, did he?
No, he's just kind of like looking nervous while she's yelling at Sam.
But she goes home afterwards. She's married to that owl. He seems like a nice owl. And she goes out for a walk, and he's like, "Hey, you're gonna be okay?" She's like, "Yeah, I'll be fine." But she is not fine because the murderer finds her, cuts off her fingers. She runs. He chases her into the school. Murderer beheads her and leaves her there with a sign that says "Head of the Class." And now the town is super terrified. I think honestly, the fingers being cut off and her running away was more gruesome to me than the duck getting killed and all chopped up. I don't know what it is. Like her still being alive and having lost her fingers. There's something about that just scares me. On to issue number 3. Sam is doing some snooping on Melody the cat because she was the one who was helping Birdie with his float. She also runs the local butcher shop, and could be a killer. She's chopping meat all day. Her husband died a while back, I guess, but we see her like through the window as Sam is snooping on her, that she's like talking to her husband, like, "Honey, I'm home," and kind of sees someone on the bed lying there next to her, but can't really see exactly who it is. So Sam wants to investigate more. And at night, he throws a brick through the butcher shop window, and Melody gets, kind of a call and goes to check it out. So while she's away, Sam breaks into her home and sees that it's like a giant stuffed animal that looks like her husband, which is, just kind of sad, but it's, just sad. Melody shows up. Sam hides, but eventually Melody finds her and pulls out a gun, which she had just for her protection. But they talk it out. They settle things. And it wasn't Melody who killed anybody. And just kind of weird, the whole husband thing. But Sam swears to secrecy about it. Then at the funeral for Martin, one of the badgers, I think they're badgers, is wearing lavender oil perfume. And Nigel the mouse, Lola's son, her best friend's son, is sneezing. And Sam kind of looks over at Nigel. Nigel looks back at him. And it's like, yeah, it's Nigel the mouse. He's the guy. He's the guy for sure.
It's a really good, quiet, wordless reveal, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's
Yeah,
really good. Like the way it's
it
like,
is so
framed.
good. Because there's the earlier scene in the first issue where she's like fake smiling and she's like saying goodbye to everyone as she goes to drive out of town, and then like her mask like slips as she is no one's looking at her,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of a similar thing where it's just Nigel looking kind of like nervous, and then sees that Sam sees him and just like stares back at her, and you're just like, oh shit, it's definitely him.
Yeah.
It's great, like just like facial, like just like expression. It's really good. It's like that. I mean, I'm making a joke, but like that shot, like of Always Sunny, like that's the meme where they see each other across the room. It's like that framed that way, and then the turn. It's a really this book is really like really well done, and it's like and like it's like character expressions, but then like every character has like a weight to them. It's really, and then it's cute. It's really well done. I had to hide this from my kids because I thought maybe my little one would like, oh, these are cute animals.
Read it, yeah.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, it's sad. Like the thing with the cat, like it's just bleak.
Yeah.
Like that she is just like living in this sort of fantasy of like, yes, I know, I just have like a stuffed animal of my dead husband because it just helps me to get through the day. Now get out of my house.
Yeah. Works pretty well.
But and she's so sad because she's like, I'm not surprised people thought that I was a killer, but like, get the fuck out. Like it's really good. Like it's good. It's well done. Yeah. I'm excited. I look at what else Patrick Horvath has done.
I mean, he's mostly a screenwriter. I think this is his first comic.
He drew this? Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So on to number 4 here. Sam goes to Nigel and Lola's house, and they're having dinner or whatever. They end up putting Lola to bed pretty early because, again, she's old and senile. And then afterwards, Sam is talking to Nigel. And Nigel admits everything and basically says, like, hey, it was the only way to get your attention, Sam. Because Nigel the Mouse has been following Sam, following him into the big city, seeing his work, and is so excited that there's someone else like him, and he wants to be a team. And this, I wasn't really getting Dexter vibes other than, like, okay, there's murdering, but for, like, at this point, I was like, okay, yeah, this is, like, a season of Dexter, where I don't remember which season, but like, someone wants to be his part. Was it Julia Stiles wanted to be his partner?
There were a few seasons where he, like, Julia Stiles was his partner at one point because she wanted revenge, so it was kind of like a Batman Begin. I want to say at the final season where I was like, fuck this. Like, there was some like young teenager that wanted to follow in his footsteps, and he's like, well, I probably should like mentor him rather than just let him run wild. And it was like, and I think it was the final season of Dexter. I quit like 5 episodes before the end, and I was like, I'm fucking done with the show. I did
it's
like
crazy you lasted that long.
I think I would have lasted. I think I would have finished it out if it hadn't ended like the year before. And I'm like, why did I waste all this time? I should just stop when I'm not having fun. There are good seasons. I do like the John Lithgow season of that show. I think that was.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't make it past season 4, which I think was he the bad guy from season 4.
Yeah.
I forget.
That's a good place to stop.
Yeah. Me and Kimberly were like, I think we just should watch the John Lithgow season. We shouldn't watch season 1, 2, 3 or anything else. Just watch the Lithgow season and then
they did a time jump at the end, like in the finale, and I was like, no, I don't care anymore.
Oh boy, that last season was rough. All right. So Sam tells him, like, we are not the same. Like, this is not okay. Like, you're not doing it the right way. Blah blah blah. And Nigel is like, oh, you're just like the rest of them. And excuse me, sorry, I'm hiccuping. So Sam heads back to the store. Someone is buying a bucket of paint at the store. But it's got like some red on it, which is presumably blood, and Sam spots it and is like, hey, it's got a little bit of red paint on there, which means it's a mixed paint, not a pure one. Let me switch that out for you. And takes it back, and it's like, yeah, the duck's hand is in there, and he's like, oh shit, what does this mean? He's having nightmares about everyone being onto him. Then the next day after that, he goes into work, and there's police lines up, and Nigel comes up to his car, and takes a picture of him because his assistant, the mole, poor Charlie, got a call from his boss last night saying to come into work, and then he never made it home after that. We see Charlie's got a buzzsaw through his head. That was gruesome. And Nigel says he dug up all the paint cans and put them in the store, and the cops are looking through them now. And Sam is wanted for being the murderer, so she drives off. Which is some good stakes. Good stakes.
That's also a Dexter plotline, where somebody finds where Dexter put dead bodies in trash bags and threw them in the ocean, and somebody pulled up all the ocean bags or told the cops where they were, and Dexter's like, oh fuck, they gotta find me out, and I'm like, oh shit, this is so good. I'm questioning whether or not is this the duck though, or does Nigel know where all the paint bucket bodies are, or was just
possibly. I assumed it was to the duck because that was the most recent, but it could be anyone.
Because Nigel did say that, we've already covered. Nigel said that he'd been following Sam for a while and knew that Samantha did this. I don't think this was the single murder was the one surprise to Nigel. I think Nigel knew and had witnessed multiple murders.
Yeah. Definitely witnessed multiple, but we haven't seen Sam kill anyone other than the duck.
That may be why we're also rooting for Sam, because we haven't seen her do multiple killings. We saw her do one killing, and then she's been trying to solve this mystery ever since. She's not been.
Yeah, and then I assumed it was the duck's hand because it was white, and the duck had white fur, but it was also white paint, so it could be anybody really. Okay. So issue number 5. She goes out to the city, but she's not feeling great out there. There's cops kind of canvassing, looking for her. So she drives off into the woods, and she's also seeing ghosts of her victims, in her head. And she's kind of getting in touch with her roots, going out there, seeing some bears. A couple of bears are fighting, and one kills the other. And she's like, yeah, that's what I gotta do. I gotta get back to my roots. I gotta be a fucking bear. And she goes back to the store to get her supplies because she's got a plan. That's all issue 5, really. It's a very nice issue. It's very visual and kind of cool and very dream sequency kind of stuff. But there's not a lot plot wise to actually talk about there.
Yeah, if I was reading, because this did release in single issues, if I read that issue, I'd be like, well, that was kind of a waste of time.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't really move the story forward. It's mostly dream sequences and her talking to bears.
I mean, we've been doing this for over 10 years, but I feel like so many comics are 3 issues of dense setup, and then the back half is which I guess that's how movies are too. The last 30, 40 minutes is just one chase scene in a fight. They move very quickly, despite being the same length.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm oh man, we had a lot of setup, and then we're just flying through this now. We're already in the last issue, right?
Yeah, we're on to issue number 6 already. Holy cow. We got back in town. Nigel is taking pictures of potential victims and talking to people. And again, none of this really leads to much of anything, but there's a lot of time spent with him, kind of talking to different people and being like, oh, hey, let me take a picture of you.
It does do a good job of just making him such a creep that even though we know Sam's a serial killer, we're like, well, we hate this guy.
Yeah.
He's immediately creepily talking to a child tiger. And you're like, good, I don't like this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Meeting a lady in the grocery store and she walks away and he picks up a camera and takes a picture of her. That, I don't know. That's just weird, man. Don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say bang when you're doing it.
It's the barista that was yelled at by the pig in the second issue.
Yes, it is her, yeah. So Sam shows...
I do like that, again, this is such a dark book, but that he follows her to the grocery store, and then it's just her picking up raw carrots because she's a rabbit. I'm like, that's pretty funny.
Yeah. I think it's going to be something with there's another lady, there's a an announcement at the grocery store, your wallet has been found in the parking lot. And she's like, oh my God, my wallet. And she knocks over the barista. And I thought that was going to be something that was a planned thing. I don't know, but it really didn't amount to much at all. I don't know what I thought it was going to be something. That's all. Anyway, Sam shows up at Lola's house, and Lola knows about Nigel and knows about Sam. Apparently, have been friends for a long time. She knows what's going on. Um, and Sam wants to take Lola back to her place so that they can confront Nigel there. And Sam just kind of assumes Nigel will show up when he sees her truck out front. And Lola's like, okay, but why are you wearing goggles? And when Nigel shows up at Sam's place, he sees his mom.
I do like Sam's just cheery, like, we'll take my truck.
Yeah.
Like, it's just her happy face where it's like, you know, this old woman is dead.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Nigel shows up at Sam's place, crawls in through the window, and sees his mom sitting on the chair with a knife in her chest. She is dead. And Sam sneaks up behind him and injects him with some paralyzing toxin. And while he's out, she tells him the story that this is how we're going to sell it. That Sam and Lola were teaming up. They were going to turn Nigel in. Sam was laying low until they could get the evidence. And then Nigel showed up and was mad that his mom turned on him and stabbed his own mom. They fought over a gun until Nigel got shot in the head. And then Sam shoots Nigel in the head. And the cops show up, and that's the exact story that they're all buying. And everything is okay now. Happy ending. Sam's just going to lay low for a little while. The end. Yeah. Pretty nice, clean finish to it all. Yeah, that's it. Let's get to some final thoughts, I guess. Vince?
I liked it a lot. I mean, it was a quick, simple story. I think it established the world. I mean, it's maybe a little light on character, but like, I mean, I had a simple, quick point of view. I was rooting for my bear to get away with murder. I also wanted her to find out who the real murderer was and was fucking up this town, but also like keep everything quiet. But then like, and I can never balance this in my own writing, is like the cuteness with just the absolute like macabre, like just violence of this. Like Powerpuff Girls does it like in a silly, violent way, but like I've never been able to be like it is a silly, cute Richard Scarry book and then like a deadly serious murder thing. And like the way the duck and like Cherry Gherkins, when she gets murdered, is like really like brutal and violent. And it's like just like really well drawn. And then it reminded me of like the best parts of Dexter. So I'm like, I am fucking loving this. I like this a lot. It looks like there's a sequel coming. Patrick Horvath, I saw, had a like story in some like DC horror compilation, which I'm like, that sounds like a short story. I'm like, that sounds great. I'm a Patrick Horvath fan right now. I'm really into this.
Cool. Chris?
This is really good. Like I said, I like that the humor works surprisingly well. I think it manages to just hit the sort of, there's this dark thing under the surface of this idyllic town kind of thing in such a unique way. I think it's really fun. And I do, like I said, they make Nigel such a bastard that you're like, yeah, I hope someone does murder this guy.
I'm not as high on it as you two are. I still think it's really, really good, but there were a lot of kind of wasted moments almost for me with like, I don't know, like the Melody, the cat thing. I feel like there could have been more about her husband. I'm not entirely sure. There was something a little bit off where I just wanted a little bit more out of it. That said, I did still really like it. There's still a lot of really good stuff in here. I'm just not as like wowed by it, I think, as you two were. You know what I mean? Like it's solid. It's good. I enjoyed reading it. But I do think I wanted a little bit something more. I don't know. I thought issue 2 was the high point for me with Cherry Gherkins because she did have sort of the strongest characterization out of anyone else in the town, and kind of seeing her being terrible and then get murdered like felt like a good kind of issue.
Right. That's
Yeah.
a good issue. It's a weird because like the book starts off very pastoral, like everybody's very innocent, and I think issue 2 with Cherry Gherkins establishes like no, there are other like bastards in this world. Like not everybody like it's not pastoral except for Samantha's murdering penchant. It is there's a lot of nuance in this world. But I agree that it's a pretty thin story, like all told. I really like the art though. And it's done very quickly, and I don't know how there's a sequel coming, but like half the cast is dead. So I don't know how sustainable this type of story is for multiple things. Although I like the world, but like Dexter probably had the same problem. It's like, what the fuck do we do for 100+ episodes? So I think it probably has a similar problem.
But that's with everything else I said about it, though. The ending of her killing her own best friend in order to like take down this murderer was pretty fucking badass, you know? Because it's also like, she was senile, she was gonna die, and she's not gonna have a son to take care of her anymore. So might as well just kill her because this is the easiest way to make it out for everybody.
Did Samantha learn anything? Is she changed by this?
I mean, she did say she's going to lay low a little bit afterwards, and she did. There was a moment where she was talking about like how her life has been affected by these murders, and like seeing everyone in the small town being affected by the murders, and kind of realizing like, oh, what am I doing to these people? Like just because they're not near me, like am I ruining a bunch of lives up there?
Yeah. So I think she said I'm worse actually than this, probably.
Yeah.
That was an interesting thought.
So there is some interesting stuff in there. Overall, really good. I do recommend. I think most anyone would enjoy this. I enjoyed it. I don't want to sound like I didn't enjoy it. I'm just being a weird, critical person.
Yeah, but if somebody's got like Hoopla or is looking for a kind of a spooky book.
Hoopla?
Hoopla, that's the app for libraries and stuff.
Yeah. I thought you were saying me. I have Hoopla because I'm criticizing the book.
If somebody's like, I'd like to read a cool indie comic, I feel like this is a good recommend.
Yeah. It's a good, I would recommend this as a good first comic for anybody or a last comic for anybody. Before Sam murder. But yeah, because Sam's going to murder you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But anything else to say about this before we go on to Ultimates?
I think we're good.
Let's do it. So the Ultimates. The Ultimate Universe. Way back when. We've talked about it a little bit here and there, but we've never... we did recently read some Ultimate Spider-Man with the body swap with Wolverine, but...
Yeah.
Other than that, we haven't really read much from the Ultimate Universe, have we?
That was the first time we'd ever read the Ultimate Universe, which is crazy. I don't know why. Probably because we all read it so many times that we didn't feel it was in the purview of the show. But
right, and it's so self-contained that it's like it doesn't really like connect to much of anything else. But they were good stories. I remember them being good stories at least. But Ultimate, there's Ultimate X-Men, Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Fantastic Four, all that stuff. But there was no Ultimate Avengers. It was just called The Ultimates, which I guess that's
a stupid title.
That's a very dumb title. Just call it Ultimate Avengers.
Especially
but they were
now,
the
Ultimates.
Ultimates.
both then and now. I mean, the universe was called the Ultimates or the Ultimate Universe, and then it's the Ultimates. And then like if I'm an Avengers fan, like I want to see what the Ultimate Universe version of the Avengers. Well, that's called the Ultimates, and they don't call themselves the Avengers. Okay. And if you're like now, like I like the Avengers movies, what comic should I read? Well, we should read this one called the Ultimates, even though they're not called the Avengers. Like it's just a fucking stupid name, like across the board.
Yeah.
This was not the first book in the Ultimate Universe. Was it Ultimate Spider-Man came first?
It's pretty late, honestly.
Yeah.
Because Ultimate Spider-Man starts in 2000. We said this starts in 2002. I think Bendis wrote Spider-Man. Mark Millar, who wrote like The Kingsmen and Kick-Ass and stuff. But before that, he wrote Ultimate X-Men. And then he did this Avengers take in 2002. I want to say Ultimate Marvel Team Up may have also already happened too at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I think so, yeah. We get our first issue of the Ultimates where we're starting to see what it's going to be all about. But not really. This is all set in the 40s completely. It is Bucky on a plane, World War II, heading into Iceland to find a secret Nazi base of some kind, and there's some asshole on the plane who's like a real Debbie Downer about the whole mission, like it's a suicide mission kind of thing. And Bucky's like, "No, we got Captain America on our side." And this guy's like, "The fuck? You? What are you, a kid? Like that's just some propaganda. Like, don't believe that bullshit."
I
Uh,
really like this, and I think and somebody who hadn't read any Avengers, because I think Ultimates is actually my introduction to the Avengers. Uh, it's like, yeah, Captain America looks stupid. He's a Boy Scout. Like, what the fuck? Like, so this is already like my POV. I'm like, this guy is super dumb. I don't want to read a Captain America book. Why am I doing this? Kia suggested it was a good book, though. I should read it. And so, like, I'm on board with this character. And so the whole thing, and then Bucky's like, you're fucking stupid. Captain America is the best, and you're going to find out why. And then also, it's really interesting because this is basically also Captain America 1, the movie, where they're like, Captain America's a dork, and he's just used to, like, sell war bonds. It's like, no, he's going to be cool. I promise you.
yeah. So they get to Iceland, and that guy gets like shot in the head, but he's not dead or something. I don't know. He calls for a medic, and Bucky comes over there. And he's like, "No, I need a medic, not a photographer." And Bucky's like, "Oh, it's okay. Yeah, Captain America's up there. He's taking care of stuff." And the Nazis have some big old secret missile that they've built in Iceland that they're shooting off, and Captain America ends up jumping on the missile so that he can sort of disable it while it's flying to America to wherever it was going to strike. And he like destroys the missile, falls down in the ocean, and you know the drill with Captain America. He gets frozen, all that stuff. Um, and they didn't really do anything too different here. I mean, that was kind of the draw of the Ultimate Universe. Like, kind of see how things are a little bit different, retell everything.
Or for me, was not familiar with it, and this is like telling me like the Cliff Notes version of it, but like in a modern setting, like with a modern sensibility of like Captain America is dumb. So this was my introduction to like all of Captain America, the concept.
Wow.
Like aside from like seeing pictures of him and then like seeing him like once on the Spider-Man cartoon and not thinking he was interesting. So
Fair enough. I don't know. I liked him in that video game, throwing his shield.
yeah.
Who else was in that video game?
Vision. Yeah, White Vision.
Hawkeye?
Hawkeye, maybe?
And Iron Man.
Probably.
Yeah, because I remember Hawkeye's arrows, Iron Man's laser blasts, and Vision.
I get confused, though, because Hawkeye's like in a Spider-Man arcade game also with Namor. You can play Spider-Man, Hawkeye, or Namor. It's really weird.
Yeah. I never saw that game until probably like 7 years ago.
Oh, really?
Like, what is this? Yeah.
That Spider-Man game was at my this like burger place that we'd always go to after my Little League games. So I had
never seen it, but yeah. Game. Black Cat, Hawkeye, and someone else along with Spider-Man.
Yeah, Namor.
Yeah.
And you fight Venom. It's so weird.
Yeah, Venom grows to be like 60 feet tall.
Yeah, it's like a super scaler game, too, where like the characters like scale in and out like a Neo Geo game. It's pretty cool looking. It's terrible.
It did look cool.
It's hard to play.
I'm sure it's a quarter eating machine.
Yeah, it 100% is. I think this is a terrible first issue for a comic.
It's
like
horrible.
If I bought this, I'd be like, what the fuck? I mean, there's like one page, and it doesn't even end like on a like the end or to be continued, or like a splash page. It's like Tony Stark in the Himalayas. They don't even discover the body.
So right, exactly. So like you see Tony Stark in like some icy mountains, and they're like, oh, they're gonna find Captain America, but he's just like, feels good to be out here, boys. All right, time to get back to the board meeting.
I thought my digital copy had ended. I was like, what the fuck? Like, where is this? There's not even like a pan over to be like, there's Steve Rogers' frozen body. Nothing. So if this is a chapter of a first chapter of a book, because Kia, you gave me the whole stack of Ultimates one. I'm like, okay, well, I'll go read the next one. I'm good. And it was like a decent enough Captain America story, but it doesn't give me like what the sense of the book is going to be. It doesn't give me anything really to latch on. It really didn't show that much Captain America. It's all like people talking about him. And it's a good first chapter. It's a terrible, like if I'm probably going to guess $2.99 at this point. To see like the Ultimate Universe's take on the Avengers. I'd be like, this is fucking awful. This is not giving me anything of what I want. So
Mm-hmm.
But it's a good book. I think I still think like it like when they set out to make the MCU, I'm like, well, you have to do the story of where Captain America's in World War II and he gets frozen. Like they did it in the Ultimates. They're gonna have to do it in the movies.
You could have done that in 4 pages, though. You know what I mean?
I'm sure Stan Lee did it in 4 pages.
You didn't need a whole damn
2-hour
comic
movie,
of it.
a 2-hour movie with Tommy Lee Jones. No.
Oh, yeah, it was rough. But it happened.
I think Brubaker did that past. Like they're always flashing back to the past. He did that really well in his stuff.
Yeah. I was wondering if that's why I was so out on this, because I was like, I really like Brubaker's flashback issues, but those are like complete stories and also like the setup for like whatever the next arc is going to be.
Yeah, it informs something. Yeah.
And this just felt like a waste of time. And it's just like it would be one thing, like. This should be I like the idea because it's just like, yeah, if you did like 3 pages at the end of issue 1 of like, oh, this is like a Captain America flashback, and then tied it in with finding Captain America in like the 3rd or 4th issue, that might be cool. But just starting chronologically is just so lazy and dumb. Like it's not it doesn't make me want to keep reading at all. And it's just like I don't understand it. Like I'm glad the MCU did everything the opposite of this, because it doesn't make any sense to start like in, oh, this is 1945, so we're going to start with it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What did you call it before we got started on the podcast? You called this like a wizard 1.5 issue. Which,
yeah.
It feels very much like a non-essential bonus issue that you did not have to read at all.
Yes, it's crazy. This is everything I hated about 2000s comics, because Vince, we've talked about it, and it's like Bendis got really bad about it after he had been doing Ultimate Spider-Man and Daredevil for a little while, where like, oh, the first 2 issues are really moving.
Yep.
And then like the next 3, you're like, boy, we're just treading water.
Yeah. I remember really liking this book, but I also had all of it to read at the same time. I can't.
Yeah. This is such writing for the trade. Like if I was reading this in single issues, I can't imagine wanting to read on. It's not good.
Yeah.
The art's good. Brian Hitch's art's good, but it's just.
It doesn't look like his art that I'm used to from this book, though. It looks more like his like Wildstorm art to me.
It does.
It really does. Just the way the line work is and the inking.
Yep. So hopefully issue number 2 is better and does anything. But we'll see. We'll see once we get to that next time. But what else are we doing next time? Silver Surfer. What? Yeah, we got some Silver Surfer stuff. So we are going to take a look at the 2014 Silver Surfer series by Dan Slott and Mike Allred. We read 1 issue of this way back when because it was nominated for an Eisner. We did like an Eisner special. Which issue was that?
I have honestly no idea.
I feel like it was number like 13, 14.
I feel like it was in the later in the run.
Yeah. We're going to take a look at the first 5 issues of this run, see the beginning of it here, because the Silver Surfer is pretty cool. Dan Slott is cool. Mike Allred has great art. And the Silver Surfer has been on the silver screen recently. Is that what they call movies?
Yep.
But it's a lady now.
I think it's played by the girl in Weapons and Ozark, and maybe Inventing Anna also.
It's definitely the woman from Weapons.
Yeah. So
you would not know it if you just watched the Fantastic Four movie, because she is completely like CGI covered, and I don't know. I couldn't recognize who it was at all.
Yeah, that's fair. But we're gonna take a look at that and see what they're up to with that. And Ultimates number 2, as we mentioned. But yeah, I think that's it for this one. Let's get to some plugs here for what else we got going on. Chris, what do you got going on?
Well, it's a spooky time of year, as we've been covering on this podcast. So over Your Stupid Minds, we covered The Murder Mansion, a 1970s Spanish horror film that was just like a free on YouTube/Tubi thing that we checked out. I guess I don't recommend it. We covered a lot of other bad horror stuff that I recommend ahead of that.
Yeah. Sounds terrible. Vince, what do you got going on?
Yes. So actually, I'd like to plug. I've got nothing going on for myself, but I'd like to plug my friend Patrick. He came out with his own video game, Monochrome Heights. It's available on Steam from One Frog Games. It's a tough as nail Kaizo platformer with like color swapping mechanics. So you like swap when you're a certain color, you can land on certain platforms. If you're a different color, you can land on certain other platforms. It's very hard. I'm not good at it. My son is actually surprisingly good at it. But yeah, he's been working on it for like as long as I've known him, like 3 to 5 years. I'm not sure how long. It finally came out though. It's available on Steam. Monochrome Heights. If you love really hard 2D platformers, go check it out.
I might check it out. I love really hard 2D platformers. Love some Kaizo Mario.
Yep.
We'll get into some weird, terribly hard Kaizo stuff. I've got nothing to plug. I'm still playing Silk Song. I just got into Act 3, which you get. I'm not going to spoil it. You get Act 3 after you do some other stuff. Damn good game. Maybe my favorite Metroidvania of all time now.
Nice.
Yeah, it's good. But I think that's all we got here. We gotta get out of here. Vince, I love you.
I love you too, buddy.
Chris, I love you.
I have known you for a long time, Kia.
Yeah.
I know everything about you.
Oh.
Where's this ending? Is Kia the old friend? Am I
no,
the
that's
friend?
it.
Am
That's
I
the
murderer?
end.
Oh,
Okay.
That's it?
Okay.
Wow.
No, that's just the end.
Okay.
Well, that was nice. Yeah,
Nice.
Chris, I have known you for a long time too, and I don't think I know everything about it. Listeners, thank you so much for listening, and I know everything about each and every one of you as well, which is very strange. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you all next time. Bye.